Alright guys, so I showed you I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 yo-yos. So I hope I counted that right. 6, 9, 10. Yeah. 10 yo-yos. So I will start with the off-string, the two off-string yo-yos I have, the Flying Panda and Equinox. So didn't watch my other video, I talked about which ones I have, dislikes a little bit. I don't know, I'll get into that more later or in this video. So first, Flying Panda, I went and I fixed it up and I bought all the parts because it was my first yo-yo and I used it till it was like just completely broken, and so it is fixed right now and I try and use it. I don't like it very much. I don't like it at all. It's just there as a memory. I'm probably going to suck at doing this. It plays a lot differently than the Equinox. But yeah, I'm just doing basic stuff because I don't want to end up killing something in here. But yeah, that was my Flying Panda. So what I dislike about it is friction stickers. They're basically rubbing onto the string the whole time. I mean, there is some space in there, you can see it, but it just feels like the whole time it's rubbing against the friction stickers, and it just feels like it's slowing down, and it's so quiet. Like usually you can hear your yo-yo and you can tell, okay, it's dying pretty bad. Some cases you can't hear it, just like my Genesis, it's super quiet sometimes and you're like, oh, it's dying, time to bring it back to my hand, but it's just a quiet yo-yo. So you bind it and it smacks your hand super hard. So yeah, that was my Flying Panda opinions on it. I just don't like it very much. It's just here and I don't really know what to say about it. It was just a yo-yo. But Equinox, oh, that's what I forgot to say in my other video. I was practicing with that one kid who was teaching me how to yo-yo, and it was after I'd bought this thing, and so I'd thrown it, and then I was clumsy, but not. I was really confident of my stumbling and staggering, just awkward walking. So I wouldn't care. I just always, slouch and leave my legs, wouldn't be stiff. I'd be like always relax slightly. So when I'd walk, it was just didn't have control. I would just like lean in my direction and I'd walk that way. I don't know why I did that, but I was yo-yoing and I threw the Equinox and it came off and I couldn't catch it because I was learning, so it hit the ground and it rolls away and I'm going towards it and it like rolls back around towards me and I freaking stepped on this thing. It was just sitting on the ground, I stepped it and it bent it and I just heard it crack under my foot and it completely just bent the thing. Instead of going like this, it was a little bit like that. And I was super, I guess I don't get frustrated that easy, but I was just bummed, I'm like, well, now what? I spent $50. I'm poor. I don't have anything now. So I tried and I basically broke it back into place, and it's not straight, but it's not crooked. It's like in between. You can't really tell. It's not that bad. So yeah, I like this one much better than the Flying Panda just because, the silicone grooves versus friction stickers and the bearing and the gap and everything. I just like it better than Duncan. Bigger, and so, if I drop this, it's going to make a sound. The rims are like, I don't know what they are, I forget, but it'll bounce on the tile in here. And so, yeah, I can like even bring it back up if it hits right, if I throw it straight. So just, yeah, I'll show you a little bit. Hopefully I can catch it. So. And I don't really know how to bring it back on this one very well, but you get the point. So, I'm still learning how to bind, but I mean, you know, you think you know how to bind, but you really don't. I mean, I know professionals do it. Some people think they know. Like, I thought I knew I could bring it back, but if you've ever had any of those times where you're sitting there and on a normal yo-yo, you're just trying to bind and just keep snapping out, and you can't bring it back. And I learned how to bind, and I can show you. I'm probably going to do that in another video. Some people might be having troubles with binding. Might as well make a video, so and just tell you people what I've learned. And yeah, so now move on to my first metal yo-yo, the Dash, the Omega Dash. So it's really heavy, heavier than the Genesis. Genesis is pretty big, and yeah, Omega Dash, got it for 30 bucks. My learning yo-yo from Hobbytown, and it's solid. It comes back, like, the gap is smaller, so it'll come back and snap at your hands sometime, and it's scary and unpredictable, and I shouldn't have used it as a beginner yo-yo, or maybe I should have, you know, it was destined to be. But for other people, I do not recommend doing this. Do not use this yo-yo. So, I can control it better now, and I'm used to the feel, you know, practicing with it. It might come and kill me, so yeah, it's just, the gap's a lot smaller, and it's just scary. I can see it's the string spinning around the yo-yo a little bit. You know, it's a basic yo-yo, it's just scary. And if you just want a simple yo-yo for fun, I use it for fun, but I don't bring it around in my bag with me. So dislikes, it's just not my type of yo-yo. I don't know what else you want me to say. Just people, like, every yo-yo feels different, and that's just not one I like very much. I mean, some ways I like it, but it's just all personal preference. So now I'll move on to the God Tricks Cyclone. So that's what it looks like, and said it was really quiet, really smooth, and it's really lightweight, like extremely lightweight. It won't spin for very long because it's so light, and even if I put a new bearing on it, it wouldn't make any difference. Like, it would a little bit, of course, but it's not going to do much. You know, it's just really light, and it's really wide. I mean, okay, so I'm about 6'2", and that's how, and my hands are pretty big. You know, I used to play viola, so my fingers are really long, and that's about how flipping big that thing is. I can keep my hands straight up. So yeah, it's really wide compared to, like, everything else I'm used to. I don't know, it doesn't even look that wide, does it? Weird. Well, it feels wide in your hand. Maybe that's just because there's a big groove in the center, but really light. It feels like the gap is huge and like it's really off balance, but it's still a really fun yo-yo. I like using it. It's just not very snappy. It's really smooth, but it's really unpredictable still. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It gets in knots randomly, but the gap is just so big that it won't grab the string very well. And you might think that's good, you know, you want to be really unresponsive, but that doesn't do crap. I don't. Like, in some cases it does, but it won't. Look, I'll like try and bind, it won't do anything, and you might say I'm binding wrong. I'll try my real bind and it won't do anything very well. That one did, but you know, it's fun. You know, if you want to get a fun yo-yo, it's pretty cheap, I think. I don't know how much my brother spent on it. It's like 30 or 50 bucks. It's just a fun, lightweight yo-yo. I'd recommend getting it. Just, you know, if you have money to blow, go for it. It's just a Chinese brand or something, so it's one of those cheaper aluminum yo-yos, and just what you would expect. It's not sucky, but it's not the best. So let's move on. North Star. Okay, gotta hurry and make this. So, Yo-Yo Factory North Star. It was my first plastic, excluding the Flying Panda. And yeah, looks like that. I really like it. It has the concave bearing. It's really loud. And it, surprisingly, it binds easier than all my other yo-yos. Even though it has the concave bearing on it. So it's really fun. It's really light and floaty. So it's just fun to use it that way. But if you try and grind with it, it's just going to ride up. And I'm expecting it to come up really fast because it sounds like it, but it's not. Like I could probably bring it back right now and it won't. Okay, so that was pretty good. But yeah, North Star, I like it just because it's a fun yo-yo. Most of my yo-yos are just for fun. You know, I don't practice enough tricks to be doing this. Like to be buying yo-yos. Ooh, what'll make me a better yo-yoer? It's more of I have a good yo-yo already, so just get some more for fun, for variety. You know, fill the different ones. Get a looping yo-yo, get an off-string yo-yo, counterweight. Just do it for fun because I'm not in this to do. You know, not for competitions. I'm not here to go brag to people. I mean, it's hard enough yo-yoing in front of people. I went to my girlfriend's house and I yo-yoed in front of her just fine, you know, because we're really comfortable around each other. But then her parents came in and her grandparents and just, oh yeah, you should show them your yo-yo. And so, you know, put on the spot in front of everybody with my basic tricks because I don't learn tricks. I do after I like perfect and I figure out what I'm doing wrong and I try and fix it. And it's practice, just repetitive. You just keep doing it. And I don't mean for a couple days, for a couple weeks. I mean, I've been doing this for like a couple of years of just practicing the same stuff. Maybe a new trick here and there, but when you're beginning, you're going to want to move on pretty fast. But then, I don't know, I reached a certain point where I just feel like I want to practice and improve upon what I already know. So, anyways, North Star, really good plastic yo-yo just for fun. Best plastic one I've used. I haven't used that many, but I've used the Dark Magic 2. I don't like that one. I mean, Yo-Yo Expert recommends it. I don't like it very much. And a really quick grind machine. God, this has the hub stacks. Just a for fun yo-yo. It doesn't do much. It's just if you're a beginner, you know, just get this yo-yo and it has the hub stacks you can practice with. You can grind with it too because it's really smooth versus the North Star. And get a new bearing if you want it to spin longer. It's really nice. I like it. But it's not. It's just a for fun yo-yo again. I wouldn't recommend it for, you know, if you wanted a really nice one. It has like that stretching feel when you're binding. It's so weird. It's like acts like a spring. It'll go out and it'll come back to your hand. It's like a spring stretchy. So, you know, every one of them has all their own feels to it. Really quick. Oh, I have like 2.5 minutes. Crap. Okay. So, Pop Star miniature yo-yo I got. Just for fun. Has a trifecta bearing with the sloped sides, grooved center, and 10 balls in it. So, it's really nice. I really like it. But, you know, it's just for fun. If you can get used to playing on a miniature yo-yo, then you're good. I don't know very many tricks, and if I do, I just forgot a bunch because I've just been practicing binding and, you know, throwing straight. And I just like picked it up, and all of a sudden I can do more of the Eli hops if I can do it. It's just hard on a miniature one. You know, if you really just want to practice accuracy, then I would recommend getting one of these. It's like $25. You know, get a multi-tool with it or trifecta bearing. There you go. Make the price worth it. Because with the stock bearing, it's not very good. I mean, it is, but it's not. But anyways, showed my other videos. I made some crappy reviews. Don't hate me for those. I'll redo those if you really want me to. Genesis and Boss. I can show those in a second. But yeah, those are my yo-yos. My time is up. I shall try and make another video. Goodbye for now.